Summary of How to Eat to Change How You Drink, written by Brooke Scheller. Introduction. The narrative unfolds with a deeply personal account of the author's relationship with alcohol, a journey that spans from adolescence into their early 30s. This candid reflection provides a poignant insight into the pervasive nature of alcohol-related struggles and the toll it takes on one's physical and mental well-being. The author paints a vivid picture of their initial encounter with alcohol, framing it as a seemingly innocent way to have fun or relax during their teenage years. As the narrative progresses, it becomes evident that what started as an occasional indulgence transformed into a consuming habit that dictated much of their 20s and early 30s. The ubiquity of this experience is highlighted, challenging preconceived notions about what an alcoholic looks like and emphasizing that such struggles are more common than society often acknowledges. Amidst the self-reflection, the author unveils a startling realization about the extent of harm inflicted upon their body over 2 decades of consistent alcohol use. The narrative touches upon the deceptive nature of alcohol, portraying it as a silent infiltrator that gradually erodes one's physical and mental health. The acknowledgement that 20 years is a significant span to engage in any activity, especially one with potentially detrimental consequences, adds a layer of gravity to the narrative. A turning point in the story occurs when the author wakes up one morning in June 2021, besieged by internal screams that had become too loud to ignore. This metaphorical wake-up call prompts a moment of self-confrontation, a realization that the coping mechanism they had employed for so long was no longer sustainable. The internal struggle, characterized by the need for alcohol-induced dopamine hits followed by spiraling anxiety and depression, paints a vivid picture of the daily battle that unfolded behind the scenes. The narrative portrays the exhaustion that accompanied the act of pretending that everything was fine, that the author was in control. This emotional charade becomes a full-time job, draining the author's energy and leading to a breaking point where the internal turmoil could no longer be suppressed. The narrative captures the essence of the internal conflict, the constant yearning for the fleeting pleasure of alcohol juxtaposed with the crippling anxiety that followed. What sets this narrative apart is the author's revelation about their professional background. As a doctor of clinical nutrition, they bring a unique perspective to their journey of sobriety. This twist adds depth to the story, offering insight into how their expertise in nutrition played a role in both their struggle with alcohol and their eventual path to recovery. The realization that the internal screams were their own, a desperate attempt from the me behind the wall of alcohol, adds a layer of self-discovery to the narrative. The story takes an unexpected turn as the author unveils their family history of addiction and mental health disorders. This background serves as a catalyst for the author's interest in nutrition as an alternative solution to these complex issues beyond conventional medication and therapies. The intersection of personal struggles and professional expertise becomes evident as the author embarks on a journey to explore how nutrition can be a key player in addressing the challenges posed by alcohol use. With a deepened understanding of the biochemical systems at play, the author shares their decision to use their expertise to help others. This marks the inception of the Functional Sobriety Program, a guide designed to educate clients on how alcohol impacts their health, understand their unique needs, and employ food and wellness practices to effect positive lifestyle changes. The program becomes a testament to the author's commitment to not only overcome their personal challenges, but also to channel their knowledge into aiding others on a similar journey. The narrative broadens its focus to address the wider societal implications of alcohol consumption. It explores how what may begin as a harmless pursuit of pleasure can morph into a habit that sabotages physical health, mental health, relationships, friendships, career goals, family lives, and financial stability. The author dismantles the perception that alcohol serves as a remedy for emotional masking, contending that the initial allure of enjoying a drink gradually devolves into a poison that sells one's soul to the next barstool. A critical observation is made about alcohol marketing, which incessantly convinces individuals that they need it for an extra edge. The author exposes the elusive nature of this promise, contending that the sought-after remedy is never found, and instead, one becomes increasingly lost with each drink. This critical reflection challenges societal norms surrounding alcohol and underscores the importance of a candid conversation about its impact on individuals and communities. As the author gains a clearer perspective on their journey, they express gratitude for the unique position they hold, having experienced sobriety and possessing expertise in the very substance they once abused. This gratitude is extended to the readers, whom the author invites to join this transformative journey. The narrative takes on a mentoring tone as the author shares the joy of witnessing positive changes in clients who have successfully incorporated nutrition and sobriety into their lives. The narrative concludes with an invitation for readers to experience a more peaceful, aligned life. The author expresses a desire for readers to find inspiration to change their drinking habits sooner than they did, with the hope that others can achieve relief from alcohol before hearing the internal screams. The final words serve as a beacon of hope, promising readers that within the pages of the book, they will find motivation, peace, and the assurance that they are not alone in their journey. In summary, this intricate narrative weaves together personal experiences, professional expertise, and societal observations to create a compelling story of resilience, self-discovery, and transformation. The author's journey from the clutches of alcohol dependency to a position of empowerment through sobriety and nutrition serves as an inspiring tale for anyone navigating their own struggles with substance abuse. Chapter 1. The book opens with a compelling invitation to readers who may be questioning their relationship with alcohol, acknowledging the internal dialogue that many individuals have about whether their drinking is under control or if a change is necessary. The author, presumably drawing from personal experiences, establishes a relatable connection with the reader by describing the familiar mental tennis match that often occurs when contemplating one's relationship with alcohol. This sets the stage for an exploration of the stigma surrounding alcohol use and the internal struggles that individuals may face in acknowledging and addressing potential issues. The avoidance of the term alcoholic is proposed as a means to make the exploration of drinking behaviors less intimidating. The book seeks to shift the focus from labeling to a more nuanced examination of individual drinking habits. It encourages readers to consider making positive changes in their relationship with alcohol without the need to categorize themselves as alcoholics. One notable point the book addresses early on is the misconception that a family history of alcoholism is a prerequisite for developing an unhealthy relationship with alcohol. The author challenges this belief, asserting that alcohol is inherently addictive for anyone who consumes it. While genetics do play a role, the narrative emphasizes that it is not the sole determinant of alcohol use disorders. The promise to delve into the genetics of alcoholism later in the book suggests a comprehensive exploration of the factors influencing drinking behaviors. The discussion expands to the broader impact of alcohol on the brain and body, moving beyond genetic factors. The author contends that alcohol has the ability to rewire the brain in ways that are harmful to everyone, not just those with a genetic predisposition. The notion that alcohol tricks the brain into thinking it is necessary for survival is introduced, explaining how repeated reinforcement of this behavior leads to dependency. Despite this grim picture, the book offers a ray of hope by asserting that individuals caught in this cycle are not destined to repeat it indefinitely, providing a sense of empowerment to the reader. The decision to become sober or change one's alcohol intake is portrayed as a challenging and gradual process. The deceptive nature of alcohol is highlighted, as it often convinces individuals that they need it for social interactions and stress relief. The book challenges the idea that this decision is solely about willpower or genetic predisposition, encouraging readers to understand the biochemistry behind their drinking habits. By delving into the internal systems and processes that influence drinking behaviors, the author aims to provide a more profound understanding of the roots of alcohol dependency. Crucially, the book emphasizes that the goal is not to label oneself as an alcoholic, but to take control of one's behaviors around alcohol. This shift in perspective aligns with the evolving discourse around alcohol use and encourages a more compassionate and understanding approach to individuals navigating their relationship with alcohol. A unique aspect of the book is its focus on using nutrition and health practices to support the root causes of drinking habits and to heal the body from the effects of consistent alcohol use. The promise to guide readers on changing their biochemistry through natural means suggests a practical and holistic approach to breaking the alcohol use cycle. This aligns with a growing awareness of the interconnectedness of physical and mental well-being, highlighting the importance of addressing underlying health issues that may contribute to unhealthy drinking patterns. The narrative then takes a closer look at the common belief that a small amount of alcohol, particularly red wine, can be beneficial for health. The author acknowledges that this idea has been widely disseminated through various channels, including medical advice, news, and even friends and family. The reference to research suggesting that antioxidants in red wine may have cardioprotective effects introduces a layer of complexity to the discussion. However, the book encourages readers to scrutinize these claims more closely. It delves into the historical context of these assertions, tracing them back to studies on the Mediterranean diet. The eating patterns of those in the Mediterranean region, characterized by whole foods, vegetables, whole grains, and moderate wine consumption, are presented as a holistic approach to health. The author argues that the benefits attributed to wine are part of a broader lifestyle that includes a balanced diet, rich in fresh produce and whole foods. An interesting aspect introduced is the so-called French paradox, which highlights the low incidence of cardiovascular disease among the French, despite a diet high in saturated fat, carbs, and alcohol. The author questions whether wine is the sole reason for this paradox and suggests that the overall dietary patterns of the French, coupled with wine consumption, might contribute to their lower rates of cardiovascular disease. This challenges the simplistic notion that moderate alcohol consumption alone is a panacea for health issues, emphasizing the need to consider broader lifestyle factors. In conclusion, the book aims to empower individuals to reassess and modify their relationship with alcohol by challenging preconceived notions, promoting a nuanced understanding of alcohol use, and advocating for a holistic approach that includes nutrition and lifestyle changes. The author encourages readers to explore the deeper systems influencing drinking behaviors, offering practical guidance for making positive changes. By avoiding the label of alcoholic and focusing on the biochemistry of alcohol consumption, the book contributes to a more compassionate and informed discourse around alcohol use and its impact on individual well-being.